What's up, you beautiful person, and welcome back to the Realistically Free YouTube channel. It's your boy Micah, and here we talk tips and perspectives so that you can live freely in reality. With the new year upon us, as today is New Year's Eve, I want to first extend my gratitude as we're going into the new year. I appreciate each and every one of you who have taken the time to subscribe to this channel and to share your experiences, your support, your love, and appreciation for what we're trying to do here on this channel. So I appreciate you. If you have not yet subscribed and you would like to do so, go ahead and do so. I appreciate it, as there's more content coming and so much different content that I would like to bring to the channel come the new year. So with that being said, like I said, I wanted to just throw out my gratitude for that. I wanted to drop this kind of like a bonus video, with it being New Year's Eve, to get you guys going in the right direction for the new year to come, and hopefully give you guys some unconventional passing tips that I wish people would have told me when I was struggling with passing. Instead, it was things that I had to learn on my own. So I want to share some things with you guys real quick in this video that I hope is going to help you guys out, get you in the right mindset. So come the new year, you could be a new you in terms of how you view the world and how you view yourself in the world. I'm not going to talk necessarily about clothing, hair, voice, face, things like that, because I see that so often in groups where people are talking about, oh, you know, you just have to be patient, which is true. You do have to be patient if you're on testosterone or if you're waiting to start testosterone. There has to be a level of patience, yes. But to pass and to be within the world as the man that you are, it takes more, and it will be more than just what you look like, what you sound like, and how you dress. Now, if that's something that you're interested in, is to seeing some tips on how to dress more masculine, how to be stylish, things of that nature. I love men's fashion, and I'd be more than willing, if you're interested, to make content or more videos specifically tackling how to dress and ways that you can, little tips and tricks that you can do to make your facial hair look fuller, or whatever the case may be. I'd be more than happy to do that. Leave me a comment and let me know. But this is going to be more specifically on mindset when it comes to passing. To be a man is more than just to look like you're a man. Before I got, and let me just stop real quick, because I know you're probably thinking, Micah, you don't understand, or, you know, it is just about how you look and so on and so forth. I'm going to go ahead and say that's debunked. That's not true. Before I looked the way that I do now, and before I sounded the way that I do now, I was still gendered correctly in the public space. I also worked retail before I really got deeper into my transition, and it took about 6 months before my voice started to deepen and my face started to be more masculine. And I'll kind of like insert a video or picture somewhere in here so that you can see how I looked and how I sounded back then.
So we're in Harrisburg, walking around.
Now, through my experience to pass in the world, whether it's a bathroom, which specifically for bathrooms is just walk in, don't look at anyone, because no man in the bathroom is looking at you anyway, because it's weird, because there's urinals and people are holding their dicks and they don't want to be perceived as gay or whatever the case may be. So they're not looking at you like they would in a women's bathroom, where they're checking everything out and they want to see your outfit and everything like that. Dudes are not doing that. They're going in there to take a piss, take a shit, and get out. Again, I can make other videos if that's something you're interested in, but for the sake of, let's say, employment, because that's something that I struggled with the most, working in a retail space where there were times where it was difficult because I didn't grow facial hair yet. My voice wasn't super deep yet. It took a couple months for me to really kind of understand what was happening, and I want to share these quick tips with you now. Confidence. I know that sounds super simple and it sounds easier said than done, but I had to learn to be confident in myself. See, in transition, we tend to think it's just about hormones or it's just about surgery. That's what it's going to take for us to be seen in the world as we are. But it's not true. Before I had surgery, and for a long time, I did not bind because it was painful for me and things of that nature. And I was pretty large chested at the time. Now, I started to really be conscious of how my energy was around people. People pick up on other people's energy. You know, if you vibe with someone, you know how you feel around someone, right? So if you have confidence in who you are as a person, and we can, talk more about that in later videos, but if you have confidence in yourself and who you are as a person, that's going to show through to people, and people are not going to question you, right? When you walk into a space and you have the air of confidence, you belong there, you command and give respect, and you command that respect from others, and you are traditionally masculine, not toxic masculinity, which there'll be another video about that, but just being traditionally masculine in the sense of being assertive, being very firm in the way that you walk into that room, making eye contact with people, and being very confident in who you are. It's the only word I can describe it. It's just knowing you are a man, you're a handsome, awesome man, and people will pick up on that and will see that. I know that sounds kind of strange, and this is probably not the advice that you thought you were going to hear, but it's very true. I noticed when I had moments where I worked in retail, when I worked with the public, and I wasn't yet in a position in my transition to truly exude my masculinity. One, because we have this mentality subconsciously sometimes that people know, or people can clock me, or people are seeing me as this way, and you come off that way, and people pick up on it. And so anytime I had a situation where a customer was coming in, or I was coming into contact with someone new, I immediately I felt self-conscious. Can they see my chest? Can they, I'm a little overweight, am I looking super feminine right now? Am I sounding too high pitched? Which another thing you can do, which is free on YouTube if you look at vocal coaches, but I'll just give you a quick tip here as someone who had a very high voice to now someone who has a very low voice. One thing I noticed is that when you have a higher voice, we tend to speak with the front of our mouth. And so those words come out very high and thin and kind of like sharp. Whereas now, as my voice has started, obviously my voice is deeper, I notice the difference in when I speak. Just naturally, I can feel the vibration in my chest. If you put your hand on your chest, you can feel if it's vibrating or not. If I talk like this and I go more high and I go more towards the front of my mouth, I can feel the difference in my chest. I don't feel that bass and vibrating, that fullness in my chest. And that comes from just speaking from the back of your throat. Okay, instead of pushing it forward, you're just kind of letting it come out from the back of your throat, if that makes sense. So I was very conscious of how I was being perceived by other people. And I think that ultimately, anytime I was self-conscious about how I was being perceived by other people, I noticed that that's when I got misgendered. But when someone walked into the store that I worked at, or I worked at a car dealership, if somebody walked in, and I would immediately, hey, how you doing? And I spoke from the back of my throat with my chest. I had my head held high. I looked that person in the eyes. I had a very grounded energy to me, a very strong, I know who I am, I'm confident in who I am, I'm comfortable in who I am. I exuded that energy, and 99% of the time when I had that air to me and to my energy, people gendered me as male. And so this is not, again, I'm not saying to be over the top masculine and trying to be something that you're not. I'm saying to find your masculinity inside of you and exude that to other people. But the way that I was able to do that was to be able to say, I don't care how this person views me, especially when it's someone that you don't know. And a lot of times in groups, I see people who are worried about strangers who misgender them. Who gives a fuck? They do not pay rent to live in your mind. Do not allow one person saying something that you probably will never see that person again diminish your confidence, destroy you as a person, and make you feel like you're not good enough. No, once you start to have the mentality of this person I will never see again, I probably won't see them again. They don't know me, I don't know them, they don't know who I am. Don't let it bother you. Just say, hey, it is what it is. Continue on being who you are. And the more confident that you become in yourself, whether you have facial hair, there are cisgendered men who do not grow facial hair. There are cisgendered men who have long hair, who wear more traditionally feminine looking clothing, who look traditionally more feminine, and they're not and sometimes they struggle with being misgendered, but for the most part, they don't, because they're confident in their masculinity as well as their femininity, and that shows through to people. And so they're able to pick up on that energy that you are exuding. You see what I'm saying? So I know that this was somewhat unconventional advice, but if you want me to go into further detail in another video, I totally can do so. But I really just wanted to give some encouragement to you out there. If you're in the beginning of your transition and you're struggling with passing, or you're struggling with people taking you seriously or seeing you as a man, understand that there's more to being a man, as we all say, especially in the trans community. There's more to being a man than just what you look like, what you sound like, and what you have. And so own that shit. Like, own who you are. Be confident in who you are, and know that this is a process that takes time. Okay, so if you want further videos like this, that's going to go more into confidence, more into, you know, owning who you are, let me know down in the comments, and I can, you know, make follow-up videos. If you want videos that are more tailored to how to dress more masculine, different types of haircuts that may look better for your facial structure, things of that nature, let me know down in the comments, and I'll be more than happy to make those videos. And really, I just wanted to share real quick again, Happy New Year. Go into the new year with a new level of confidence. I know that just because they were going into a new day doesn't mean all the bad things of 2020 didn't happen. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's a new day and a new year and full of new possibilities and new opportunities to be the best version of yourself in whatever capacity that is. So let me know what you think, what you need from me to help you in your journey to being free, authentic you. All right, so I love you guys. Take care. I'll see you guys in the next video. Happy New Year. I appreciate all the love and support. And yeah, that's it. I love you guys. Peace.